Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into something that affects all of us, misinformation online. We're going to open up the Digital Detective's Toolkit and figure out how to spot it and, more importantly, how to stop it.
You know the feeling, right? You're just scrolling through your feed and bam, a headline just stops you in your tracks. It's shocking, it's totally unbelievable, but is it actually true? That's the question we have to keep asking ourselves, pretty much constantly.
And, the answer to that question really, really matters. This isn't just about being wrong on the internet, not at all. The consequences of this stuff, they can be immediate, they can be huge, and they are very, very real. Okay, so take this for example. Back in 2013, the Associated Press's Twitter account got hacked, and this one single totally false tweet was sent out to millions. And for a few absolutely terrifying minutes, the whole world actually believed it. So what happened? Well, in just the few minutes it took to figure out it was fake, the stock market completely tanked. It temporarily wiped out $136 billion in value. I mean, think about that. That's the power of just one fake story moving at the speed of light. And it's not just about money, not by a long shot. The damage goes so much deeper. It can literally poison our society, by eroding trust in things we rely on, like public health, with all these fake cures. It can spark real-world violence. Remember the whole Pizzagate thing? And it can even mess with the democratic process itself. Okay, I know that sounds super overwhelming, right? Like it's just this tidal wave of lies. But here's where we're gonna flip the script. This isn't a story about being helpless. It's actually a story about your power to stop it. And that leads us to a really crucial shift in how we think about this. You can stop being just a passive scroller and become an active, empowered investigator. Seriously, you are the first and honestly the most important line of defense against all this bad information spreading around. All right, so let's get into it. Every good detective needs a toolkit, right? Well, the best part is that you already have yours. It's right at your fingertips, and it's full of simple, totally free, and unbelievably powerful tools.
And what I love about this is how simple it really is. You don't need a bunch of complicated programs or anything. Your detective work basically comes down to three main things. You check the claim with the experts, sites like Snopes. You trace a photo back to where it really came from, and you take a quick look at who actually published the info in the first place.
So you've got your toolkit, now you just need a method. And we can forget all those complicated workflows. We're going to boil it all down to a super simple 4-step investigation that you can use on pretty much any claim you see online. So here's how this simple process works. It's just 4 steps. First up, check the source. Is it a legit news organization or just some random blog you've never heard of? Take a second to look at their About Us page. A quick Google search can tell you if they have a history of being biased or, just making stuff up. Second, check the photo. And we're going to dig into that one in just a minute. Third, check the experts. Before you do all the work, see if professional fact-checkers have already looked into this. It'll save you a ton of time. And finally, number 4, check the motive. This is classic detective stuff, right? Ask yourself, who benefits if I believe this? Are they trying to sell me something, make me angry, maybe influence my vote? Figuring out the why is so important. Okay, let's zoom in on step 2 for a second, because this is one of the most powerful tools you have. See, images are designed to hit you right in the emotions, to get a reaction out of you. That's why checking them is absolutely critical. This is a classic example. You've probably seen it. On the left is that crazy viral image of a shark swimming on a highway that seems to pop up after every single hurricane. But on the right, that's the truth. And a quick reverse image search finds it in like 2 seconds. The shark photo itself is real, yeah, but it was taken years earlier, swimming safely out in the ocean. And that brings us right to step 3. Look, before you spend a whole bunch of time digging around yourself, just do a quick search on one of the big fact-checking sites. So often, a pro has already done all the heavy lifting for you and written up exactly why the claim is bogus. But here is a golden rule for every digital detective out there. You ready? Never, ever trust just one source, not even a single tool. So if one fact checker confirms something, see if you can find a second one that says the same thing. The whole point is to build a case that you're actually confident in.
So why bother with all this, right? I mean, why take those extra few seconds before you hit share? Well, it's because this is about so much more than just being right on the internet.
It's about building this core skill for living in the world today. It's called media literacy. And I know it might sound like just another buzzword, but it's not. It's the basic ability to really think about and engage with all the information that's shaping our world, our decisions, everything. And this really shows the kind of race we're in. Misinformation is literally built for speed. It's designed to trigger our emotions and use algorithms to spread like wildfire. And the truth? Well, the truth, which takes time and careful fact-checking, is often left playing catch-up. Every time you pause and check, you're helping to slow down the fake stuff and give the real story a fighting chance.
And let me be super clear about something. The goal here is not to make you paranoid or to distrust everything you see. Not at all. It's about trading that passive, automatic belief for an active, healthy sense of curiosity. Think of skepticism as a skill, like any other. It's one that gives you real confidence in what you know and what you decide is worth sharing. So that leaves us with the final and really the most important question, and it's one that only you can answer. The next time you're about to amplify a story, will you take just a minute to investigate first? Because when you do, you're not just projecting yourself, you're helping build a smarter, stronger, and more truthful internet for every single one of us.